Dear student, I am starting your lecture second for a bipolar junction transistors. Already you've seen the first lecture of bipolar junction transistors, and we have discussed three different configurations and its characteristics. Today I am discussing two leakage current, two different kind of the leakage current I am discussing. See, first leakage current I am discussing collector cutoff current, or you can say leakage current from collector to base when ammeter is open. This means the leakage current passing through, flowing through collector to base when ammeter is open. When ammeter is open. When ammeter is open. Remember what I am writing. This current passing from collector to base when ammeter is open. Third lead is not mentioned. This is collector, this is base, this is open ammeter. Ammeter is not there, so I use the word ammeter open. So leakage current flowing from collector to base when ammeter is open. Let us see in detail. This is your common base configuration. This I am showing you common base configuration. This is your N, P and N. This is your collector, this is your base, this is your ammeters. You know that collector is kept in a reverse bias. So collector is kept in a reverse bias and ammeter base is kept in a forward bias. You know this. Ammeter is kept in a reverse bias. So you already know that this can be represented by this always. This is your P type, this is N, this is N. I think you understand here. This is a VCC and this is your ammeter, this is ammeter, this is your base section, this is your collector. Listen again. We know that ammeter is always kept in a forward bias with respect to base and collector is always kept in reverse bias with respect to base for the operation of transistor. Here I have written collector to base current means when I am keeping this is open. When I am keeping this is open means ammeter is open. I am keeping ammeter is open. See, ammeter is open. When ammeter is open, then some leakage current flowing from collector to base is called collector cutoff current, ICBO, or it is called collector to base leakage current. Listen. When ammeter is open circuited, see there is no connection here, no battery is connected here. When ammeter is open circuited means no battery is connected here. When ammeter is open circuited and collector is kept in a reverse bias, then reverse bias leakage current flowing from collector to base, reverse bias leakage current flowing from collector to base is known as a leakage current, or it is called collector cutoff current, or it is called collector to base current passing from collector to base when third terminal ammeter is kept open. This is very less in magnitude. This is very less. See here, this PN junction in reverse bias. So definitely it is in reverse bias, the current flow in a reverse direction, and this reverse direction current is called collector cutoff current, ICBO. This is I am discussing for common base. This I am discussing for common base. Listen again. Carefully try to understand what I am telling you. In a common base, when emitter is kept open circuited, collector is kept in a reverse bias with respect to base, then reverse leakage current flowing from collector to base is called leakage current flowing from collector to base when emitter is open. It is called collector cutoff current. It is called ICVO. ICO means leakage current flow from collector to base when emitter is open. This is the direction of the current. So I think you understand. This is your PN junction. This can be represented by two PN junction connected in back-to-back way, NPN, in this way, back-to-back way. So leakage can always flow in a opposite direction of arrow. That's why I am showing you direction of leakage current in this way. This is a reverse bias. Arrow shows the direction of current when it is in forward bias, but this is in reverse bias. So the direction of current is always opposite to the arrow. So in this direction current will flow, and this current is called collector cutoff current, or it is called ICVO, or it is called leakage current. ICVO. ICVO is temperature dependent. Is very sensitive to the temperature. ICVO will be approximately double for every 10 degree rise in a temperature. ICO will be approximately double for every 10 degree rise in a temperature. Now look, I am showing you this your transistor circuit in our previous lecture. N, P, N. This is your forward bias. This is your reverse bias. This electron we have discussed like this. If you remember, we have discussed this junction. This electron will go from here to here. Most of the electron will come here, and that electron will come, and you will get this collector current. And these electrons will go in this direction. We have discussed 95% electron. 5% of this electron will come in this as few electron will be recombined with here, and that electron will go here, and they generate the base current of the order of microampere, and this is your milliampere. This electron will go in this direction, this electron will go in this direction, and you get your emitter current like this. At this point you can say this is a collector current, this is a base current. So we have written IC is equal to IB plus IC, or we have written I is equal to I is equal to minus IB plus IC. Just to see the direction, this is your outward direction, this 2 is inward, this is outward, so we have written like this. And this is called output current. This is your output current, and this is your input current. So we have written output current is nothing but the IC. Input current is nothing but the IE, and we have written current gain is minus alpha is equal to minus IC by I. We have written like this. Then we have taken magnitude sign. This current is due to the electrons of emitters. This current, collector current, is due to the emitter electron which is coming here, and they constitute the current. But this discussion shows that in this current also ICVO electrons of this base also take the part. So this current is nothing but the sum of the current due to the emitter electrons and ICVO. So this current is nothing but the sum of the current due to electron coming from emitters and electron coming from the base. So current due to only a meter electron is nothing but the IC minus ICBO. Current due to only a meter electron is IC minus ICBO. This is due to the what, reverse leakage current. This current is due to the electron which is coming from a meter. But while we are discussing this, it is found that this current is nothing but the sum of the current due to the electron coming from emitters and electron coming from the base. We have to consider only the current due to the emitter electrons. So I have to subtract this current. From this. So net value of the current in a outward part. Net value of the current in a outward part can be written as like this. So output current is IC minus ICBO. As a result, current gain is given by this is minus IC minus ICBO upon, means what is current gain? Output current upon input current. Output current upon input current. So from this you can write also alpha IE is called minus IC plus ICBO, or you can write the collector current is given by minus alpha I plus ICBO. This is for common base. You are writing this equation. You are writing for common base. Last time I am discussing. Look here. First I will discuss collector cutoff current. Collector cutoff current ICBO. Collector cutoff current ICBO. What is collector cutoff current? Leakage current flowing from collector to base when ammeter is kept open. Leakage current flowing from collector to base when ammeter is open. Means here in this circuit ammeter is open circuited, collector is kept in a reverse bias. At that time reverse bias leakage current flowing from collector to base, this current is called ICBO, or it is called leakage current for common base, or it is called collector cutoff current ICBO. Now come to this point. This is the we have discussed in last lecture. Here electrons of the emitter is coming to the, some electron going to the base, most of the electron is going to the collector, some electron is going to the base, and they will go towards they combine with the whole of the p type material, and they generate the current of the order of microampere, because 5% electron will go to the base. Most of the electron cross entire the base region and enter into the collector, and this electron constitutes the current of the order of milliampere. So looking to this diagram, it is found that this is nothing but the sum of the current due to the emitter electrons and reverse bias due to reverse bias current. So actually if I want to find the current due to emitter electron, then this is to be subtracted from this. So this output current is given by IC minus this current. So what is the current gain? Output current upon input current. So I can write like this. So you simplify. If you simplify, you will get, so this equation for your collector current. I think you understand. Let us see the relation between collector current, base current and ICBO for common base configuration. We know the alpha is equal to the minus IC minus ICBO upon IE. So I can write alpha IE minus IC plus ICBO. Put this value here, put here IE is equal to minus IC plus IB. So alpha, this is your minus IC plus IB is equal to minus IC plus ICBO. So I can write IC minus alpha IC is equal to alpha into IB plus ICBO. I think you understand. So IC is common. 1 minus alpha is equal to alpha IB plus ICBO. So I can write IC is equal to alpha upon 1 minus alpha IB plus 1 upon 1 minus alpha into ICBO. We know that beta is equal to alpha upon 1 minus alpha and beta plus 1 is equal to 1 upon 1 minus alpha. You know this equation. Already you studied in the 12th standard. You studied the 12th standard. So IC is equal to, this is your beta IB plus beta plus 1 ICBO. This is the equation of the collector current for common base configuration. This is the equation of the collector current for common base configuration. See, in some book it may be written like this: IC is nothing but the beta IB plus beta plus 1 ICO. This is also written as a ICO. ICO means leakage current. ICBO is very sensitive to the temperature. For every 10 degree rise in a temperature, the leakage current ICO will be, or ICBO is approximately double. ICBO is approximately double for every 10 degree rise in a temperature. This is a relation between, you can say, the collector current, base current and ICBO. Now, I am discussing now the collector current ICEO. This is also known as a collector cutoff current. See, for ICBO also using the same word, collector cutoff current, but generally they are mentioning collector cutoff current ICEO or collector cutoff current ICBO. So it is the same current flowing from collector to emitter when base is open. See, in previous we have written like this. See, current flowing from collector to base when emitter is open. Here, current flowing from collector to emitter when base is open. Third word is not here. Base is not there. B is not here. So current flowing from collector to emitter when base is open. Here what I use? Current flowing from collector to base when emitter is open. So for this I am using the leakage current flowing from collector to emitter when base is open. Leakage current flowing from collector to emitter when base is open. Look, what I am discussing for this, it is like this: when collector is kept in a reverse pass, collector is kept in a reverse pass, collector is kept in a reverse pass, and base is kept open circuited, base is kept open circuited, then current flowing from collector to emitter is known as a collector cutoff current ICEO. Listen again carefully. What is the meaning of this? When base is open circuited and collector is kept in a reverse bias, then reverse leakage current flowing from collector to emitter is called collector cutoff current ICEO. This is can be represented by this way also. This is your base, this is your collector, this is your emitter, NPN. This is your like this. I think you understand. So leakage can always flow in a reverse direction like this. Reverse direction current will flow in this way because PN junction is reverse bias. So listen, when collector is kept in a reverse bias, base is kept open circuited, then reverse bias leakage current flowing from collector to emitter is known as a leakage current ICEO. Leakage current ICEO, or it is called collector cutoff current ICEO. So see the equation you are. This is your transistor circuit. This is your N. This is your P. This is your N. I have connected like this. This is your emitter. This is your base. This is your collectors. So this electron will go to the collector and constitute the collector current. This electron, which electron? The electron of the emitter will go to the collector. Few electron will go to the base and combine with the base current. But here I am talking the electron which are going from the emitter constitute the collector current. And these electrons of the p-type minority charge carrier is also go and they constitute the current. Which current? It is leakage current. So here current flowing in output section is due to the current flowing from, it is due to the sum of the current due to electron of emitter and electron of the base. So actually the collector output current, actual output current due to the emitter electron is IC minus ICEO. Actually the output current, if I am connecting this like this, so this output current actual due to this output current due to the emitter current is due to the emitter electron is nothing but the IC minus, I have to subtract this. So this current flow due to the minority charge carrier. This current is due to the majority charge carrier of the electron coming from emitter, and but due to reverse bias some of this electron is also coming, but where they are very few in number, so this is very less. Which current? ICEO. So actual output current due to the emitter electron is IC minus ICO. In output section you are getting the current due to what? This electron plus leakage current electrons. So therefore I am writing output current is nothing but the collector current minus ICEO. This current I am writing due to the only electron of emitter. This electron will go and that constitute the collector current. But due to reverse bias, some of these electron will go also here and they constitute the leakage current. So current in output section is due to the electron of emitter and due to the minority charge carrier of the electron of the base. So actually the current flowing in output section due to the emitter electron is nothing but the collector current minus leakage current. And you know that your input current is your base current. Input current is base current. So I should write your beta is nothing but the IC minus ICO upon IB. So beta IB is equal to IC minus ICO. So remember collector current for common emitter is this equation. Collector current for common emitter is this. Collector current for common emitter is this. Collector current for common base you written like this, if you remember. This for common base you written. This is for common emitters. This is for common emitter. This is for common base. I think You understand this thing? If I compare this to, then I can get the ICEO is beta plus 1 times ICBO, means leakage current for common emitter is always high. If you use the transistor in a common configuration, in a common emitter configuration, if you use the transistor in a common emitter configuration, then leakage current flowing in a common emitter configuration is always beta plus 1 times the leakage current flowing in a common base. So leakage current in a common emitter configuration is always large compared to the leakage current in a common base configuration. I think you understand. Last time I am telling you, look here, what is ICO? ICO is nothing but the leakage current flowing from collector to emitter when base is open. Base is open circuited and collector is kept reverse bias, then current flowing from collector to emitter is called collector cutoff current or leakage, or it is called reverse bias leakage current from collector to emitter. So that is ICU. Now you know this circuit, base is forward bias, collector is reverse bias. So this electron will cross entire base region and enter into the collector, and due to this electron from emitter to the collector, due to the electron coming from emitter into the collector, you are getting the collector current. But this discussion shows that current is also flowing due to the some of the minority carrier of the electrons from the base. So in output section, current due to only emitter current due to only emitter electron is IC minus current due to the base electron. Okay, this is output current, this is input current. So I can write this equation. If someone says I want to ignore this, you can ignore, because this is very less. So you can ignore in this, and in a previous section also you can ignore this. So I can write output current upon input. Here I have not put the minus sign, remember, because both the current is coming in same direction, is going inside. So here in previous case I put the minus in alpha. So these equations simplify this. So this is this equation for common emitter, this is for common base, this is for common emitter. If you compare this, you are finding like this. I think you understand the relation between ICO and ICBO. Let us see one more equation, simple equations. Emitter current is nothing but is in magnitude form. I can write like this. And we know for the common base, this is the equation, beta IB plus beta plus 1, it is ICBO. If I put this value here, I will get IB plus beta IB plus beta plus 1 ICBO. So I can get, it is your base current into 1 plus beta plus 1 or 1 plus beta ICBO. You know that beta plus 1 is given by 1 upon 1 minus alpha. So I can write 1 upon 1 minus alpha into base current plus 1 upon 1 minus alpha ICBO. You can remember only this equation you should remember, or this equation you should remember. This equation you should remember, and one more equation I have written, IC is equal to beta IB plus ICEO. Then rest of the equation you can easily derive. This is a simple derivation, small is there, about your relations between emitter current, base current and ICBO. Now I am discussing characteristics. Characteristics of common base configurations. Characteristics of common base configuration. Characteristics is the relation between the current and voltage. For common base, we have to study the input characteristics and output characteristics. From the characteristics of the transistor, we can find the different parameter. We can know its applications. First, we are discussing characteristics for common base configuration, in which base is common with input and output. Then we will discuss the characteristics for common emitter. So I am showing you the circuit diagram to obtain input and output characteristics for common base configuration. I am showing you the circuit diagram. See, this is the circuit diagram. First you must know this is your common base configuration. This is your N, P, N. This is your base. This is your emitter. This is your collectors. Please remember one thing. Emitter current is outside. Emitter current is outside. To measure the current, I am connecting the current meter. To measure the voltage, I am connecting the voltmeter between emitter and base, because I want to see the relation between input current and input voltage. So at the input I have to connect current meter, at the input I have to connect the voltmeter here. At the output I have to connect one current meter, and here I have to connect voltmeter. So this is your, I am showing you, this is the output current meter IC, output voltmeter is VCB. You have to vary the input voltage and note down the input current. So I have to use potentiometer circuit. Characteristics means relation between the current and voltage. Input characteristics means the relation between input current and input voltage. So I have to vary the voltage. So therefore I am connecting the potentiometer circuit. So this is a potentiometer circuit is shown in the figure, and you know that emitter is kept in forward bias. So look here, this is your N-type material that I have connected to the negative. So it is in forward bias. So you can see here it is in a forward bias. The collector is kept in a reverse bias. So look here, I have to also vary the collector voltage for output characteristics. So I have to connect here potentiometer circuit. So I am connecting, this is a potentiometer circuit I have connected here. Look here, this is N-type material, collector is kept in reverse bias. So N-type material I have connected to the positive terminal of the battery. I have connected positive terminal of the battery, and so this is in reverse bias. Emitter in forward bias, you can see here. So this is the circuit diagram to obtain the input and output characteristics of the common base configuration. Base is common here. Now here, look here, this is a positive terminal. So here I have to write here positive terminal, negative terminal, current flow in this direction. You know that collector current will flow like this, emitter current will flow like this. So this is your plus minus sign. Emitter current flow from higher potential to lower potential. So that's why I am showing a plus and minus sign. Here current flowing from higher to potential, so plus and minus sign. Do not cram, try to understand. Now this negative sign here, this is a negative sign. So I am keeping here negative sign. This is a positive sign of the voltmeter. Look here, current flow in this direction. A collector current will flow in that direction. current flowing from higher potential to lower potential. That's why here I have connected current meter positive terminal, current meter negative terminal, this voltmeter positive terminal, voltmeter negative terminal. Current flow like this. So current is flowing from higher to lower. So emitter I am connecting plus, minus, this is a minus and plus like this. So do not cram the circuit. Understand. See, again I am showing you in simple way. See, this is your common emitter configuration. To measure one input current, you connect like this. So input current meter, input voltmeter, output current meter, output voltmeter. Simple. Now current is flowing in outward direction, emitter current. So this is current will flow, this is a plus minus. Okay. And here you have to connect negative. Why negative? Because this is a N-type material. So then and then you can say this in forward bias, this is a minus sign and plus sign. This is you have to connect in a reverse bias. So this is your NPN. So N-type material you have connected to the positive, N-type material you have connected to the positive. So it is in reverse bias. So this is a positive, so I write plus here. Current flow in this direction, it is plus and minus. So no need to cram the circuit. First you show this. Then you talk about potentiometer circuit like this. Then your circuit is ready. So first discuss, I am starting characteristics of the common base configuration. We have to discuss input characteristics and output characteristics. First I am discussing input characteristics. The graph of the input current versus input voltage at a constant value of the collector base voltage is known as a input characteristics. The relation of the emitter current with emitter base voltage at a constant value of the collector voltage with respect to base is called input characteristics. The graph of the input current IE versus input voltage VEB at a constant value of the output voltage VCB is called input characteristics. Now let us see the method what to do. Keep initially VCB is equal to 0 volt. Keep initially VCB is 0. So you keep switch off the power supply, nothing more. You can do like this, or you can adjust. You can adjust this potential such that this shows the 0, or it is better to keep the off. Now keep the initial VCB is not necessary you have to keep the 0. You can keep the 2 volt, 4 volt like anything. Keep the VCB is equal to 0. Keep VCB is equal to 0 with the help of this potentiometer, or you can switch off your power supply VCC. Vary the VV voltage, emitter base voltage in a suitable step and note down the corresponding value of the emitter current. Vary the emitter base voltage in a suitable step and note down the corresponding value of the emitter current. Listen again. Keep this is 0. Vary the emitter base voltage in a suitable step with the help of this potentiometer circuit and note down the corresponding value of the emitter current. I will show you what you can do. See, here I am keeping, this is my 0, 0, 0.1, 0 up to 0.5 I am getting what? Very less. You can say 1 microampere. As you get 0.15, you start in a step of 0.5. Not necessarily 1 microampere, it may be 2 microampere, 4 microampere like this. 0.6, then 0.65 and 0.7, 0.75 volt. And note down the corresponding value of the emitter current. You can get such kind of the relation. See, I am getting such kind of the graph for VCB is equal to 0 volt. Here, say 0.6 volt is required for the conduction of transistors. Now keep VCB is equal to, you say 4 volt, or you can say keep VCB is greater than 1 volt. VCB greater than 1 volt, that is your choice. Now first step, what is the first? First step is keep this 0, vary the emitter base voltage in a suitable step, input voltage in a suitable step, and note down the corresponding value of the emitter current. As you understand. Plot the graph of emitter current versus emitter base voltage. Plot the graph of input current versus input voltage at a constant value of output VCB voltage. Second set, keep VCB is equal to 2 volt or 1 greater than 1 volt. Vary this VEB in a suitable step and note down the corresponding value of the emitter current. Again you plot the graph. I am plotting the graph for VCB greater than 1 volt or 2 volt. So this graph, what is the conclusion from this graph? What is the conclusion of this graph? This graph show that the input characteristics is just like forward bias diode characteristics. Is forward bias diode characteristics. And it shows that certain minimum value of the voltage is required for the conduction of transistor. For your knowledge, for silicon transistor, the 0.7 volt is required for the conduction of transistor of the order of. For silicon, if the transistor is made up of silicon, means N-type material is made up from silicon, base material, this P-type, this is also from silicon, this is also from silicon, then it is called silicon transistor. Then minimum value of the base emitter voltage required for the conduction of transistor is of the order I am using, is of the order of 0.7 volt, means it may start, conduction may start at 0.6, 0.65, 0.7, 0.72 like so. If the transistor is made up from germanium, then conduction start from 0.3 volt. So that you can conclude from the input characteristics. The input characteristics is just like forward bias diode characteristics. From the input characteristics, we can conclude that the minimum voltage required for the conduction of transistor, this minimum voltage is of the order of 0.7 for silicon transistor, is of the order of 0.3 for a germanium transistor. I think you understand this. So this is your input characteristics. From input characteristics, this is an important point. As I go beyond the 1 voltage, then immediately steep rise in the current takes place. Let us discuss why you are getting the shifting like this from here to here. Why shifting? That I am discussing. Look here, at this value of the voltage, as you increase the collective base voltage from 0 to what? 1 volt, 2 volt. Look here, this is your NPN transistors, this is NPN transistors, this is your reverse bias, this is your forward bias, this is your emitter, this is your base, this is your collectors, this is a collective base. When VCB increases, say from 0 to 2 volt or like this, then this width increases. When VCB increases, look here, when VCB increases, then width of the depletion layer at this base and collector junction increases. So base width, or you can say width of the base You can say width of base decreases. This width decreases. Here also depletion layer is there. This base width decreases. Due to this, emitter current increases. As VCB increases, depletion layer you can say, this is your depletion layer increases. So base width, you can say width of the base decreases. As the width of the base decreases, emitter current increases. Due to these reasons, this graph is shifted in this direction. But change in current is very less, emitter current increases is very less. But this graph shifted toward the left as VCB increases with a constant value of VEB last time. These have kept constant. These have kept constant. Look here. This is your N, this is your P, this is your N. Now as this increases, then this depletion layer increases. This is increases. As this is increases, but this is already depletion layer is there. So this base region, width of the base decreases. As a result, your emitter current, as this is decreases, emitter current increases from IE1 to IE2 as you are increases VCB from 0 to some higher value. Last time VCB increases, this depletion layer width increases, so base width decreases, as a result emitter current increases. That you can see in this graph. So today I have discussed up to the input characteristics. In the next lecture I will discuss output characteristics. Here is your end of the lecture.